all right, you built a six-figure team. You've done over 400,000 in sales your first year of the phone.
Uh-huh.
Why not just stop?
Because there's people that are doing better than me. And I want to
Mm,
be the best. I want to be the best version of myself. I want my people to be the best version of themselves. I want to be the top in the industry. And it's like when you have that passion and that dedication to be the best, you don't stop. You don't stop just for hitting $400,000 in production. If you really think about it, $400,000 in production is nothing. Not when you have people doing $1 million on personal pin. If your standard is there, if that's your standard, then you know that's not okay.
So let's hop into it. I know we're limited on time today. So, like, what state are you in, and like, why did you join the life insurance industry?
Yeah, so I am from Illinois. I am 21 years old. I was actually in school for law and I dropped out at the age of 20. The reason why I dropped out is because I just saw the vision. My upline at the time, he was already cash flowing 80,000, already had a team of like 40 people. So I was like, if he can do it, why can't I? And from there, I just literally dropped everything, moved down to Texas for that opportunity because my upline was out there. And then I came back to Illinois and started building my team about 3 months in.
I love it. I love. So you dropped out of law school. That's like foreign to people. But there's also some people on the line here. We have a lot of nurses part of our organization, like people that used to be nurses but are now doing insurance full time. So I can definitely relate to like you leaving the traditional corporate America to join life insurance sales over the phone. So talk to me about it. How did your first like few months go as a life insurance agent?
So, my few months, I'm not gonna lie, I saw a lot of success very early on. Like when it came to personal sales, I was like, okay, like I got the hang of it. I would say the thing that kind of slowed me down was making sales consistently, though. But like I knew how to make the sales. Um, so from there, it was kind of just learning how to sell consistently. And once I got the hold on that, it was like a roll, just a roll. Because like if you can't stop the momentum. That's one big thing that I learned early on. So like once you get that momentum, you got to keep going with it.
Yeah. So like your first when did you start insurance?
Literally a year ago, September.
You started last year,
Yes.
a year ago.
Uh-huh.
And so year to date, you've done how much sales on your personal pen?
My personal pen, it's 401,000.
400. I don't know where I got 600,000. So my assistant must give me some wrong notes. You
You're
did,
good.
so you did, but that's still crazy. Your first year, you did 401,000 issue paid on your own personal pen over the phone. You used to be a bartender. Was it bartender or
A server at Buffalo Wild
server?
Wings.
About do you even like Buffalo Wild Wings?
Not really. I just worked there.
Yeah, yeah, that's so cool. So like, so and then your team, you have a team. What's your team doing this year?
So we're at 2 million year to date, and then last month we finally hit 500,000.
That is killer. So your
Yeah.
team is doing over 500K a month. You're also crushing on your own personal pen. So talk to me. Like you train a lot of agents now. What is some things that you're seeing agents doing right now? Like give me three things you could point to that's stopping an agent from going from let's say 5,000 to let's say 30 to 40 a month in business.
I would say self-belief. And that goes with confidence. So if you don't have enough self-belief, vision, and confidence inside the business and just you personally, you yourself, it's going to be very hard for you to succeed in this business. So you have to work on that confidence and that self-belief. That's like the mindset or a part of it. I would say another part is discipline. So for me, I'm a very disciplined individual. I wake up at 4:30 a.m. in the morning, go to the gym, then I go to work. I work 7:30 a.m. to 9, 10, sometimes even 11 p.m. because we run Hawaii's in Alaska at night. So I would say discipline is a very big thing because if you're disciplined outside the business, you're gonna be disciplined inside the business. So how you do one thing is how you do everything, right? So discipline, mindset, and I say the last thing is probably just like lowering like the ego, like entitlement.
Mm,
So they'll come
mm.
in and they're like, oh, since you made this amount of much, I should as well straight off the bat. When in reality, it took so much time, sacrifice, even tears, You know, so much sacrifice to get to where I'm at. And I feel like a lot of new agents don't understand that. So if they drop the ego and truly just listen to what I'm saying and learn at a high level, they could do it just as good as I did or even better.
So it seems like for me, you're just really outworking a lot of people. So because you're saying you're
Yes.
starting at 7:30 dialing.
Oh, I run a 30-minute meeting with all my agents and then we dial at 8.
Start dialing at 8 o'clock,
Yes.
and you usually don't stop until 9:30.
We have a break 12 to 2.
Yeah, yeah,
But if we don't hit a certain number, so if that's 40K on the day, we always stay during back end hours. So we
yeah.
usually don't. We usually stay between 12 to 2. So usually, yeah, we do usually stay. We run like a 30-minute at 2 o'clock, and then we're back on the phones
How many
from.
dials a day are you or your team doing like to hit that like top like 30, 40, 50K a month? How many dials a day are you telling people to do?
So single dials, definitely we're pushing around, I would say 600 to 1,000 dials per day. So double dial, that's about 300 to 500 dials a day. Um, and then for me personally, I don't dial as much just because I'm pouring so much time back into my agents because I have about 40, 50 agents now. But when I was like prime dialing time, you're hitting the phones and I'm like, no breaks. Like you're literally minute after minute after minute after minute after minute hitting the phones and you're being very intentional with the dials. I feel like a lot of new agents, they'll come in, right? They'll have the dials, but they're not intentional with the dial. It's like they'll have someone on the phone that maybe is in a bad position, but they're just like, oh, I'm okay, I'm okay, and they just let them off the phone. In reality, you should be pushing that call. So being intentional is a very big thing that I believe that if people just did, if they dial 50 dials, I kid you not, if you dial 50 dials, but they were all intentional, you could at least make 2 out of 50. Because we run
What?
age leads, by the way.
Oh, so your whole team is just buying a whole bunch of age leads.
Yes.
How
Yes.
much are they spending on age leads per week?
Per week, you could say anywhere between 800 to $1,000.
So $800,000 on age leads, just ripping the phone, 600 to 1,000. I love that. A
Yeah.
thousand dials per day, and everyone is pretty much doing like 8 until 9, 2 hour break. Is
Uh-huh.
that 5 days a week, 6 days a week,
6 days a week.
6 days a week, and everyone's
Yes.
just over the phone, just crushing it. What's like the mindset you've had? Because you're probably big on mindset. You have to be big on mindset to be doing what you're doing right now. You don't wake up like with a mindset of like a over there. You have to have some like incredible mindset. Like, what is your mindset? Like, what's your approach and develop? What's your routine in the morning or in the evening? Like, what's like? Where do you get this go getter mentality from?
For sure. So where I get this like go getter mentality, I would say, just to get a little background story of me. So I'm a black woman. I grew up in a very privileged neighborhood around me. So I always had to work 10 times harder just to be seen, even though someone could do the same work and it would be, mellow. So having that growing up, it's always pushed me to just overdo anything, like be just a top achiever. But I'm very grateful for that because it's created me into the woman I am. So I believe that that's how I got to get to where I'm at, just being a black woman in America.
Yeah.
Like you can't stop. You have to keep going no matter what. Even when someone tells you you can't, you always can.
Do you ever get complacent? Like, cause like I feel like a lot of people like, well, I'm already making my team. I have a downline of 30, 40, 50 agents. So I'm gonna kind of just relax a little bit. I'm gonna stop selling myself. I'm gonna kind of just chill and coast. Like, do you ever get like complacency?
Nah. It's just like I have I might be 21, but my parents are 60. So my dad, he's very sick. My mom, she has diabetes and she doesn't work. She's also trying to get her master's degree. So it's like I have so many people depending on me. I pay all the bills, so I can't get complacent. I do not have the the what's it called?
But like you're 21, Kayla. Like you have a pass. Like you're 21. Like you said. Like you're good. Like you have a pass. Like
Uh-huh.
why not? Why not just stop?
Because you don't stop. You don't
Why not
stop.
though? But like you're 21.
I
No,
know
no, no
because
one would be mad at you for like, all right, you built a six-figure team. You've done over 400,000 in sales your first year of the phone.
uh
Why not just stop?
because there's people that are doing better than me. And I want to
Mm,
be the best. I want to be the best version of myself. I want my people to be the best version of themselves. I want to be the top in the industry. And it's like when you have that passion and that dedication to be the best, you don't stop. You don't stop just for hitting $400,000 in production. If you really think about it, $400,000 in production is nothing. Not when you have people doing $1 million on personal pin.
mm,
So if your standard is there, if that's your standard, then you know, that's not okay. That's shitty. That's what we like to say. Sorry for the word, but that's the God honest truth. It's shitty. That's why I tell
yeah,
people, I'm like, you want to do 30K on the IP reports? We don't do that here. You go for 50, you go for 60, you go for 70, you go for 100. You always push yourself to the highest extent. And when you think like that, yeah, you might fall short. You were going for 100, but then you did 90. You get what I'm saying?
yeah. So you did 92,000 in 1 month. Is that right or
Yes.
wrong?
Uh-huh.
What made you like what was that month like for you? Like what was like your dials per day? What was your mindset that month? Like because I'm assuming that the previous month you didn't do 90,000. What did you do the previous month before that?
It was 55,000.
So what was your like walk me through from going from 55 to 92,000 a month and you're still recruiting, you're still posting on social media, you're still training, you're still selling. Like what made you like how? Like walk me through that.
Yeah, so the month I did 90,000, I had actually brought on a whole leg. They transferred from a different team onto my team. And at that time I only had like 6 agents. So I added on like I think another 7 agents just like this. And it was a lot. I was like, whoa, okay. So I have a team of like 12, 13 now. And I was like, the only way to get these people signed on a high level is if I lead from the front.
Mm,
So that's exactly what I did. Every single day I came in and I sold at a high level. I was dialing instance mixed with age. I feel like that is the best thing if you want a high month. I was dialing age mortgage, instant vets, and aged vets all at once. And I would just rotate. Anytime I got a drip in, I call it. And I go back to dialing aged. So at this time it was like I had to leave from the front. So I was making like 3 to 5 sales a day. Literally all day I dialed. I did not take that break 12 to 2. I dialed 7:30 to 9, 10, 11, 12. At this time, I was dialing Hawaii's and Alaska. I was trying to hit this. I didn't even care about the numbers. At this point, I just wanted to show them. I just want to show the new people that join my team that they can do it. That they can do it too. And that's what it really was about for me. I believe that if you have the dedication and passion to put people above you, then everything just will come with it. You know, it's when
mm.
people get selfish and they're like, oh, I just want the money. I just want this. No, but if you actually put your agents, their desires before yours and teach them what you know at a high level, everything just comes with it. That's how I hit that 90K month. I wasn't even worried about the numbers. I just wanted them to learn how to sell life insurance at a high level.
Hey, you are freaking different, I'll tell you that. You are definitely I can sense the passion in your eyes as well. I recognize greatness when I see it, and you're definitely built different. And I know that you're also just like myself, you're like, I'm just getting started, right? So
Literally.
so any walk me through like what are some things you do to build your team? Because I know you're probably training agents now on your team to start to build as well. But I'm
Uh,
sure some of them are like, Kayla, I'm not ready yet. I gotta get everything perfect. Gotta get to these numbers first. I gotta get the LLC done. I gotta get things perfect before I can start building. Like, what is some of your tips or some things you've done to build your team to where it is now?
Yeah, so well, first going back to that first question, I love telling agents start unprepared. Like that is the only way that you'll even start. You have to start unprepared, that's the first thing. But some of the things that I love doing with my team, first of all, meetings. I believe meetings are very important and that creates excuse me, the culture on my team. I'm a very big personal culture. Like they have to like where they dial. So all my team, I'm not gonna lie, we are very young. We're like 18. The oldest, I'm pretty sure, is like 29 years old. But mostly around the age of 18 to 25. So culture is very big for me. We do like outings, we do bonding. We do sometimes we even go on trips. We just came back from Miami. I was speaking at night as well. But it's just like culture is very big for me. So I believe building a good like culture and a very strong culture that is what helps. That is what helps new agents come in, and they even if they aren't signed at a high level right away, I believe that culture will make people stay and actually work harder because then they actually feel the love. They feel everything coming around them coming together.
I love that. And are you doing a lot of recruiting? I hate to use the word recruiting, but are you drawing a lot of talent from social media? And if so, like, what are some things you're posting to get these talents to come into your organization?
Yeah, so obviously deposits will do the thing, obviously, but I believe that posting the results is the best way to recruit at a high level because you can post like, "Oh, I did $2,000 AP." They don't know what that means, you know? So I believe that posting results, like posting when a new agent gets a car, posting when a new agent, I don't know, takes their parents out for dinner, get a house. All those things are really important to post. Posting what the industry has done for you instead of just posting money, instead of just trying to flex money. That's what I've learned is the best way to recruit.
I love that. That's good. We're gonna open up for about two or three questions, and then we'll end the call here in a second. Before we open for any questions, any like last piece of advice or tips, things that you always preach to your team or you preach to yourself that you want to talk about?
Yes, I
Anything.
would say I love the song "Let It All Work Out" by Lil Wayne. I listen to it every single day. You just gotta let it all work out. Like I'm being so for real. You are gonna have bad days. You're gonna have bad seasons. You're gonna have great seasons. Don't let the highs get too highs and don't let the lows get too lows. I love telling my agents that all because it's a good month, you can't get too high, but all because it's a low month, you can't get too low. Stay at that 70 mark. You're just cruising. You're cruising. Even
Mm.
when we do great, okay, let's good. Let's keep going. Keep cruising, you know? So always have that mindset and keep God first. Keep God first.
What would you tell that person that's maybe just constantly like, I've sold at a high level, but I just feel like I'm getting a little burnt out, or maybe it's not for me anymore. I haven't really sold much. I made some dials,
Uh-huh.
but like it's also not working out for me. What kind of advice would you give to that person that's listening to you right now?
I would definitely tell them, like, I mean, where do you want to be in the future? Like,
Mm.
what are you doing this for? Because if a person's telling me that, it seems to me like they lost their vision. It seems to me like they lost their why. Their why isn't strong enough because I've never once said, oh, because I had a 90,000 month, oh, I just want to slow down. I feel like I'm getting burnt out. So, and that's because my vision and my why is so strong. So I would instill that vision and why into them more and really dig deep down and actually have a real genuine conversation with them. I don't care if it takes an hour, but dig it out of them of what is their why. Because it needs to be solid. You need to have a solid why.
What's your why? To prove to your parents or to prove to yourself? What's your why?
I would say people ask me this a lot. I say it's a bigger picture. I have so many things. It's to retire my parents, to prove to everyone that doubted me that I can do this. I feel like a really big why for me is definitely providing my kids the life I didn't have. And another one is providing the kid I don't even know yet. So kids from different families that I'm going to help in the future. So for nonprofit organizations and stuff, I believe that's my why. It's so much bigger than me. And once you realize, like, it's not about you anymore. Once
Mm.
you realize that, it just makes you go harder. So I feel like my
I
why
love it.
it's a lot bigger.
I love it. We'll take two or three questions and then we'll end the call for today. You could also put your question in the chat. I can answer. I can ask Caleb for you. We'll take two or three questions. You can also unmute, put your question in the chat, and then we'll end the call for today. I see Chris has his hand up. You can ask your question if you want to.
Hey Kayla, it's Chris. I was gonna ask, my biggest thing is when you first started, right, without a lot of money, how did you, slowly accumulate to the point where you started spending 600 to $1,000 a week? Because I feel like that's, every new agent's biggest thing is because a lot of people are coming in this industry because they don't have a lot of money to begin with. You know what I mean? So how do you kind of build that momentum to where you get to a point where you're comfortably able to afford that and, consistently?
Yeah, so I feel like I was lucky. I had a lot of help from my upline, I would say, when it came to leads. So I run aged leads. I don't Do you guys run aged or instance? That's the first thing.
I'm pretty sure we may have the same age
Kind
lead
of both.
vendor, like
Yeah.
Okay.
bronze, gold, silver, right?
Yeah, so we actually don't run those. We run CRM.
Okay,
CRM
yeah,
lead center.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yes, yes, same thing, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay,
yep,
okay, got you. Yeah. So with those, we run
right.
those. I believe that my agent, he had handed me down leads. And the thing about it, they were like a year old leads, 2 year old leads. But the thing about it is a lead is a lead. It's a person that needs to get helped. So when you have that mindset of a lead is a lead, you just make the sale. You know, it doesn't matter how many dials you make a day, but you make the sale, you make the money. And then with that money, you're going to be the first 3 months. I always tell my agents this, the first 3 months to the business, you are going to be broke, but you are going to touch the most amount of money you've seen. And the reason that is because what do you need to grow a business? You need equity. So that's just how it is. The first 3 months, you are going to be broke, but you also are going to touch the most amount of money you've ever seen in this business. And you have to reinvest it back into the business. So I would say definitely run through old leads. The way I did, I ran through old leads and I reinvested back in the business as soon as possible.
I love that. That's strong. That's amazing. Are you still spending about 1,000 a week now? Or are you spending a little more than that?
No, yeah, I spend like maybe like let's see. Honestly, I don't really sell that much, if I'm being honest. I literally just take all my time to
If you were
perfect.
to still be selling, how much would you
Oh
spend a
yeah,
week?
100%. $800 to $1,000 a week. Yes.
Okay, cool. But you're going to still be doing like that many dials per day.
Yes.
Cool, cool.
100%.
Good question, Chris. We'll take two more. Any other questions? All right, go ahead, Miss Evans.
Good evening. I enjoyed the call so far. You a beast.
Thank you.
uh, what's your mindset when you get on a call, like you talking to a person, and how do you train your agents' mindsets to be?
Yeah, so I feel like if you're the more genuine you are and the more you are there to actually help the client, the more sales you make. So I always tell them you have to connect with the client, build as much rapport. Also follow the script, of course, follow the script, but just have a natural conversation with the person. And I feel like that's the reason why I was able to even do a 90K month. I genuinely just like speaking to people. I genuinely like just speaking to that old lady who just wants to talk to me. And I feel like if people just actually had genuine conversations more, you'd make more sales. That's one thing I always tell my new agents.
So
Okay.
the empathy,
Yeah.
soft skills, connecting with people.
Yes.
Thank
Something
you.
that a lot of people lack, but it's a great tool to have.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Awesome, Kayla. I think that's all the questions we have for today. I'll end off with last question for you. I ask all the speakers that come on our Monday night call this question.
Huh.
If you had to define your career in one word, what word would you use?
Tenacity.
Tenacity. And
Yeah.
why? And why?
Because no matter what's thrown at me, I just keep going. And
Hmm,
that's how I've always been raised, and that's how I'm gonna keep going. Just keep going.
I
Yeah.
love it. Kayla, I appreciate you for hopping on. Guys, put some love in the chat for Kayla for hopping on this call. After you crushed this call, you really did your thing. Like you did your thing. I appreciate you for hopping on. Having an amazing day, guys. You're part of our organization. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning, our morning call at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. Kayla, once again, thank you. Have a phenomenal day. We'll see you next time.